Hi, my name is Inez Loaiziga, and I'm going to be talking about the story of Beauty and the Beast and how Sigmund Freud and Carl Jung's psychoanalytic theories apply to it. The story of Beauty and the Beast is about a young prince who is placed under a curse that turns him into a big, hairy beast and his servants into household items. In order to break this curse, he must find true love before the petals of a magical rose all fall off. Freud's psychoanalytic theory would focus on how Beast was raised. He would say that because he was a spoiled child, that is why he has an ugly personality on the inside, and that is why he rejected the old hag solely because of how she looked on the outside. According to Freud, in order for Beast to become an adjusted adult, he would have to find balance between his ego, superego, and id. Within the story, we would see that the id is represented by Lumiere, who is very into his sexuality, as we can see with his relationship with the feather duster. The superego is represented by Cogsworth, who is very about the rules, and he wants to make sure that he does not get in trouble with Beast because he is afraid of him. When analyzed through Carl Jung's theory, we can see that the old sorceress was really Beast's shadow. He is ugly and unkind on the inside, and so he projects this onto the sorceress. He, in turn, is turned into a beast because of the persona that he has. He elicits negativity in other people because he himself is negative, and so others see him as this horrible person. Because of this, the sorceress chooses to turn him into what he portrays, which is a horrible beast. Belle can be seen as the physical embodiment of Beast's anima, which would be his feminine and emotional side. When she is around, we see that he tries to dress properly and eat like a gentleman instead of with his bare hands as he is used to. He is even more prone to emotional outbursts. A key point to Carl Jung's theory is his theory on archetypes. If we were to apply this to Belle, we would see that the archetype that she follows is the hero archetype. We see this when she willingly gives herself up to Beast in order for her father to gain his freedom. On the other hand, Freud would attribute Belle giving herself up to save her father to the Electric complex, or rather that she was so sexually in love with him that she couldn't bear to see him caged like the animal in Beast Castle. Another key point to Carl Jung's theory is whether a person is an introvert or an extrovert. With Belle, we can tell right away that she is an introvert. She is very much into reading her stories and getting away in her mind. Because of this, we can tell that Belle is an introverted thinker. Jung also mentioned that being an introvert or an extrovert is passed down biologically, which would make sense because her father Maurice is also an introvert. He likes to stay in his own house away from people to focus on his inventions. Beast would be considered an extrovert. He is a very boisterous character. He is loud, he is demanding, and he is aggressive. After some time, Beast begins to change for the better. Based off the psychoanalytic theory, we can attribute his change to the balance between id and superego, or in this case, how he begins to listen to both Cogsworth and Lumiere. Although he is not totally adjusted yet, he manages to change enough to get Belle to fall in love with him. If we view this change through Carl Jung's theory, we would see this change as Beast balancing his conscious and unconsciousness by him viewing that his shadow was very negative and that he needed to acknowledge and change that persona that he was portraying.